I'm Drew McIntyre, sitting here in my lovely new shirt, and we're watching the 2020 Royal Rumble, where I managed to outlast 29 other men and finally secure my spot in the main event of WrestleMania.
Introducing entrant number one, accompanied by Paul Heyman. He is the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar.
You know, Paul Heyman, he's useful as an advocate. I mean, confidence and can inspire you. And you know, he has his skills, you know, behind the scenes, but this was a bad call. Bad call.
When I heard Brock Lesnar was going to be number one, I thought, that's different. And anytime somebody that's been around for a long time thinks that's different, that's a pretty big deal to me. And when I was a kid, I loved the Royal Rumble. It's non-stop action. And I think a lot of people feel the same. It's an event to look forward to. And the thing for us backstage is how can we keep it fresh? How can we keep it interesting? And having Brock Lesnar, number one, keeps it interesting. It's not just fresh for the fans, it's fresh for the superstars.
See, I like this. It's a good little parade around. Show everybody what's up.
Brock's number one in the Rumble and in our hearts.
Well, here we go. Entrant number two.
Hello, I am Elias.
Oh, see, you like this. See, gotta show off the guitar solo skills, you know. He's classically trained.
For a lot of guys, being 1 and 2 is a daunting task. That position isn't, that number is, you know, what most people don't want. However, I like the thought of it. I'd love to be number one and make it to the end and be the last man standing. That's a very special honor if you have the ability and stamina to make it to that point. So 1 and 2, I mean, depending on your perspective, I say those are the best spots. You know, you got some guys that take a shortcut and they want to be last, but if you want to be a legend, you want to be number one.
Yeah, you know, not many Royal Rumbles start out with an original ballad. Nice change of pace, you know. All right. Crowd's with it. They got some rhythm. Except for the dude in the Budio shirt. That dude's terrible. Yeah, back there, you with the glasses. I saw you. You skipped a few beats. Got caught up in the lights. Hey, stop singing. Just run now. Now swing. See, man, you had it right there. You just swung with the guitar. Okay, step on him and then run again. Nah, see, look. Ooh. Oh yeah, hammers. Oh, Elias doing his best to get back to his feet, but you know,
I wonder what everyone at home's thinking. Like, they're probably thinking Brock Lesnar is literally going to go in as WWE champion, run through the entire roster and win the whole thing. So to me, I was very invested and intrigued by the story, forgetting that I was about to go out, just watching and just being like, my goodness. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Drew, you're about to be in this thing.
You know, it's a shame. You know, the arts don't get enough credit in this day and age, and this is how we treat artists. Oh man, not his own guitar. Well, see, I know Elias was gonna bust that weekend, but you know, those plans are shot.
For Elias, it was pretty bad. I often tell people, Brock Lesnar is a different species. As far as his toughness, you know, his multiple WWE title reigns, his MMA title reigns, they're all a testament to how tough Brock Lesnar is.
Something about a man that big with a cage. You know, there's never anything good coming. You know, anytime you see a dude that big carrying around a cage, it's gonna get weird.
It didn't last long.
Come on, Brock's no way to treat a fellow Viking.
He came and gave a good accounting of himself, 2 big men, but you know, when it comes to big men, Brock is the biggest of the big men.
You know, it's a toss-up. Like, I often wonder who looks at people with more disgust in the audience, me or Brock. I mean, maybe that's why I don't like him so much. You know, he's just too much common ground shared, you know? Robert, rude. You know, huh? Road game is always on point. You know, I'll give him credit for that.
Glorious. Robert Roode, very talented individual. I've had some battles with Mr. Roode along the way. And knowing him the way I do, I know he was savoring this opportunity to meet up with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, see, look, Brock's getting psyched up. You know, he's getting a little intimidated by the sparkle. You know, big predatory animal like that, they don't like sparkly things, man. It freaks them out. Little tip.
And I'm pretty sure Rude wasn't, as you can see here by this fight, he wasn't intimidated. He came for an opportunity.
Well, you know what? It was a glorious try.
I've never been in the ring with someone who's as powerful as Brock Lesnar, as quick as he is, to be as big as he is. It's just very intimidating.
He kind of can just sit there and catch his breath, which in this match, everyone's coming at you the whole time. It's nice to be able to catch a little breather, even if you're in ridiculous shape like me.
I mean, the slow-mo effect's nice with Morrison, you know, like, it helps get those golden locks flowing. And that's a big thing for him, you know, like, Rock, you see, like, Brock enjoys golden locks. He's all smiles. Oh, ha ha ha.
You're in trouble now, J-Mo. Boop, and away we go.
Man, I wish we could have slow-mo'd your time in the Rumble here, Johnny Mo. Oh, boy.
I'm in a hallway and they've got screens back there. I'm warming up and I'm watching Brock dominate the Rumble. And I'm thinking, this would be interesting if he just ran through the the whole thing.
Well, here comes Kofi.
You know, once you get to this level of competition, everyone has a puncher's chance. One overhand right firmly placed on the jaw or the temple, and, you know, your opponent can go down.
Ooh. Kofi got the fire pumping.
Brock can be knocked unconscious. Brock, as we've seen, you know, Brock can be beaten. So to be able to add your name to the list, the very short list of men who have beaten Brock Lesnar or eliminated Brock Lesnar, you know, that's, like I said, that's what makes you a legend. So I'm back there getting amped up, hoping he's still there, because, like I said, at that point, I had never had an opportunity to cross blades with Brock Lesnar. Immortality is what we seek.
Little Rey Mysterio entrance into the action here. So it makes things more interesting, you know. Although, you know, Rey has a propensity for becoming a human projectile whenever he's in the ring with somebody the size of Brock Lesnar. But, you know, I give him the benefit of the doubt.
And truth be told, you got to figure, you know, because Brock Lesnar is the fearsome competitor that he is, lots of people fear him. But if you're one of the guys in this industry that wants to be known, if you want your name to be remembered, guys like Brock Lesnar get you excited because you get to make a point.
He's a scary guy who doesn't count as a human person, because he's more of like a cyborg robot.
You Brock, King of the Mountain.
I personally thought to myself, man, I hope I get the chance to get in there with Brock, even if I'm number 3, 5, 6, and we just get to have ourselves a back and forth. I think I could really show everybody and show Brock Lesnar what I'm capable of.
He was definitely a force to be reckoned with. I know from experience how dangerous this guy is.
Flying Mysterio, involuntarily though. I mean, Flying Mysterio is not uncommon, but involuntary Flying Mysterio, you know, they're not too fond of that. Oh, all right, Big E, all right, add some beef to the equation. You know, if you remember last Royal Rumble, I told you about sparkly things in Big E. Same, you know, I told you this year about Brock. You know, there was a common element here, you know. All right, well, you see. He's out here rallying the troops.
The numbers going against Brock.
See, if that's what you need to know, is that if you ever need to gather a bunch of people to unfairly beat up on one person, like to outnumber them and to pummel him, and you need somebody to give those people, your fellow hoodlums, a speech to get you ready to, you know, engage in an unfair contest against somebody, Big E's the man you want talking to.
Yeah, and it's, again, look at Big E right there with that amazing display. It's not too many people are able to pick Brock Lesnar up off his feet like that, but Big E is also a amazing specimen of a man.
Meat in the gut. See, that was a voluntary Flying Mysterio that got turned into an involuntary Flying Mysterio.
I don't think that went the way any of them expected it to go.
And there's the involuntary Flying Big E. Little cherry on top. Yeah, I like that.
They had a good plan, but as they say, the best laid plans of mice and men. Brock just wasn't having it, and you would think that, you know, with the numbers on their side, they'd have a shot. But Brock is Brock is extraordinary, to say the least.
Oh, not like that.
Obviously, it takes more than 3 or 4 guys to get rid of Brock Lesnar. Or one very special guy, right? And again, like knowing Cesaro as I do, like he was salivating at the opportunity to get his hands on Brock. But sometimes you gotta be careful what you wish for.
That was an uppercut for each country in Europe, but
Funny how Brock makes it look so easy, too. You gotta remember, these are grown men. These are the world's most impressive athletes. And Brock, almost effortlessly, is just eliminating grown men. Men, upwards of 200 pounds, 6 feet tall, and he's just tossing them around effortlessly. Now, here's an odd one here because these two guys have history. They went to college together, were on the Minnesota wrestling team together. And you see that look of familiarity, smiling.
oh man, it's just like open mat back in the days when we were buddies and there was no competition, whatever.
I asked myself, and I ultimately asked him, what Shelton thought was going to happen right here. Like, did you think you guys were just going to hang out and get rid of everyone else until it came down to you two?
Oh, you double hug, man. That's 2 more hugs than Brock's given out in his entire life. I just want to throw that out there, Should have expected it. Should have expected it.
Good strategy from Brock Lesnar. Pretty sure Heyman cooked that up. That seems like something right out of Heyman's playbook. I'm pretty sure Shelton won't forget that. Shelton's got some new friends now. Ora Nakamura Shinsuke.
I hope I love something in my life as much as Sami Zayn loves dancing to Shinsuke Nakamura's music.
Shinsuke, one of the best ever. One of my favorite competitors. We wrestled each other quite a bit in Japan before he came across the pond.
Oh, Shinsuke got those quick combos.
Shin with those knees, those Nakamura knees, man. Or, as it's often been said in our industry, the educated feet. And Brock's having none of that. See you, Shin.
Now, I like Brock's strategy so far. Wait for everybody to step on the gas and then, just stick your foot out and step out of the way. Can't fault the strategy.
However, what made this night special is I have a son, and my son was born in Houston. He is a Houstonian. So for him to be in attendance tonight in Houston, it was exhilarating just to know that my son's first WWE experience would be the Royal Rumble. So it was, like I said, it was exhilarating for me because my little man was in attendance.
Brock having fun, having a little dance.
So you're bringing on Brock feeling it too, Y'all think he's doing this like, everybody thinks Brock dances like ironically. That's very unironic,
Just manhandling, dominating everybody, but he sees the opportunity. He has himself a good time.
There you go. So take the fight to him. Brock hates right hands. He ate a few of them. And I was going to put it on him, and just again, the dominance of Brock Lesnar, his strength, his power, his explosiveness. Very few people have I ever encountered that possess his skill set. At this point right now, as I've been eliminated, I'm walking to the back with my head held high. It was emotional, to say the least, but it was a beautiful moment.
Pretty cool moment. Especially the way Brock sells it. As all right, he's a big guy. Maybe I got to be a little more concerned about this guy.
We're getting on that other side of the scale here, huh?
That's the cool thing about the Royal Rumble. You just don't know what to expect, and you get an NXT superstar in there. You get visual of the future, potential future. And anytime somebody can step up to Brock and look the part, and look like they can compete toe to toe with a Brock Lesnar, then that's something that's going to get everyone in the crowd's attention.
There we go. There we go.
Knocking Brock down. It's pretty cool. Even just reversing Brock Lesnar was crazy, but to inevitably knock him down, just people don't see that too often.
I mean, the mask was flying tonight. I mean,
Keith's just physical presence certainly matches up to Brock, who's absolute animal. That's my favorite kind of parts of the Rumble or any match, when you get these giants coming together and you see the visual.
I was told when Braun was growing up on the farm as a boy, they had no fences. He just keep running around the property and headbutting sheep back onto their land. Rumor.
Not the highest of drop kicks, but whenever a guy that size leaves his feet and makes a connection, it doesn't matter if he hits you in the knee, it's gonna knock you down.
Man, that's a whole lot of beef in that ring right now, even for Texas.
No matter how big you are, Brock can toss you. Pretty convinced he could just grab an elephant and give it a German if he wanted to.
They called it a German suplex. I wonder if they were talking about Germans that big. You know somebody's big when you're exhausted from throwing them, you know? Like when you throw everybody else in the world easily, but you throw this one dude and you're absolutely exhausted.
20 plus minutes into the Rumble, like I've been in there many times. You know, it takes a lot of cardio. You're not just lying around. Brock almost eliminated himself. And history would have been a little bit different if Brock eliminated himself there with the two guys.
Here's a rule change for the Rumble. Like if you're in there alone, you cleared everybody out. There should be like a button on one of the turnbuckles. You can hit it. Bang! Just send the next one out. You know, maybe you can manage the clock a little bit. Maybe the time that you didn't use is added on to another time period that you could use it at for rest. You know, there's possibilities are endless.
Yeah. He tried. Trying's half the battle.
I just want to point out, everybody fights too fair, you know? Not once has anybody gone for Brock's eyes, you know? I would have had at least one of his ears by now.
Right now, I'm behind the curtain and then disappearing away from the curtain, and people are shouting to get back there, and I'm ignoring them because I'm just trying to get myself in the zone. I know what's going on in the ring. I know Brock's been on a warpath and taking everybody out, and I know this is my opportunity to finally prove you're not just the future that you've heard your entire career. It's time to go out there and become the present. See, look in my eyes, complete determination. Look in Brock's eyes is not as much confidence as he had.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Every man wants that opportunity to win the Royal Rumble. And to win it is one thing, but to win it with an exclamation point is something else entirely.
Crazy that I envisioned this moment so many times. In the years leading up to this moment, every time I was in the gym training to go face to face with Brock and being so fired up mentally, so in the zone, Brock Lesnar took off his gloves. The little bit of protection saved me from his knuckles. I didn't give a damn. I was like, I don't care what you do. I'm still going to knock you down. I'm still going to make my name right now. But thank you for the assist, Ricochet.
And in that moment, Drew McIntyre cements himself into not just Royal Rumble history, but WWE history, and begins the most exciting chapter of his WWE career.
That was awesome.
That's awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
You got to get yourself together. You got stuck in a moment. Yeah, there it is. And he can't get out of it.
Drew McIntyre used Brock Lesnar as a stepping stone that night.
And the story leading up to that point, how dominant Brock was, is what made it so special, aside the fact that it was Brock Lesnar.
So you assume here Ricochet is going to win. Just kidding.
When you got the adrenaline flying the way my adrenaline was flying, you could have hit me in the back of the head with a baseball bat and I wouldn't have felt a thing.
Oh, God, wouldn't it be great if Miz just dumped him out from behind? That would have been awesome. Oh. Yikes. Drew at this point, pretty unstoppable. Even when I was tagging with him, he was.
I feel bad for The Miz and anybody that's coming out after that. Nothing is going to make you feel more confident than knocking Brock Lesnar down and knocking him down for a considerable amount of time.
His hair blown in the wind like a romance novel. I like that.
AJ Styles. Way before we actually had our first match.
AJ taking his time, smart. He's been here before. I don't know why Drew's laughing, but I think it's just so he hopes the cameras catch him like not caring.
Well, the plan that I had of getting rid of Brock Lesnar, thankfully, I didn't have to go through with. Like, it's not easy. So was it a relief to see Drew McIntyre get rid of him? Absolutely.
I don't care what anyone says. AJ's pretty good. Oh, sick. Yeah, the inside was pretty sick, like the leopard. Could be one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta or something.
My buddy Duff, who brought me back to WWE. Then at last year's Royal Rumble, he eliminated me and took away my opportunity to get to WrestleMania.
Please tell me I headbutt this guy.
AJ, you bad man.
Right in the face. Look at that. Me and AJ kind of, we're both like two of the best in the world, but also I got a little red, white, and blue down the side, so we kind of make a good team on accident here. This is how great teams are formatted, just like the hatred. Oh, oops. Sometimes you're just a bad guy.
Can't be trusted.
What do you think? I wanted to share a Rumble win with AJ. Doesn't he get enough stuff?
So as with any Royal Rumble match, there's always that anticipation of kind of surprises. You're always expecting some sort of big surprise in a Royal Rumble. And it really felt like there was like a groundswell happening here. There were kind of some rumors out there that Edge might be coming back. I was one of the very few that actually knew for sure that he was.
Somehow, some way, we had managed to keep this under wraps, a giant secret, through the most incredible hoops you could ever jump through. And then here is the very second that we were all waiting for.
You think you know me?
No way. Oh my! You gotta be kidding me. The Rated R Superstar! Edge is here!
I was so happy for him. When he called and gave me the news that he was cleared, I couldn't believe it. And, of course, I asked him as a friend. And also, we're both fathers, and here he is. I mean, what a moment.
I was in the corner down. I was able to take the moment in and hear it and enjoy it fully. It was like the loudest thing I've heard since eliminating Brock.
I gotta admit, Edge's return rivaled my debut. It was huge. It was exciting. It was a great moment for Edge, for everybody in attendance. Not so much for me.
When I feel like I can't control a situation, that's not good for me. So when I was in the ring, I felt like I can control any situation. And here, I wanted him to do so good that I couldn't do anything about it to help him. And that was making me super nervous. And I had to walk away.
The face-to-face that Edge and I had was something I never thought would have happened. Two different guys, just in different parts of the world at the time that, Edge was hot. I was somewhere else. He was in the WWE. And to finally have that moment here in the WWE was awesome. It was great. As a matter of fact, I can't wait to do it again.
The look on Adam's face, and there was one particular look when he was just wide-eyed before he did this entrance, before he does his big pose. I mean, I burst into tears when I saw it.
Well, I can tell you, Edge may have one of the best spears in pro wrestling. Not only did he hit me with it, separated my shoulder in the process. So it's something to be reckoned with.
When you have those moments in between wrestling being awesome, you have a very special moment that you never forget. And this is absolutely probably one of three in my life you don't forget.
This is an injury that he was supposed to never come back from, and let alone have any kind of real quality of life. And, he overcame that. But like anything, he's not coming back to rely just on the name Edge and what Edge accomplished in the past. He's coming back to be the best. So it's good for him and maybe not so good for everybody else.
AJ's gone. I did better than AJ. That's huge.
I personally think it was the greatest moment of his career because of that special surprise and how carefully we kept it close to the vest, to the point where he had to wrestle his wife in order to prepare for this.
Riddle making his Rumble debut, same as Keith. People who know are like, okay, cool, he's going to finally get to show the world what he's capable of, and the people that don't know is like, okay, who's this guy?
Don't know if I've been in the ring with this guy.
He's taking his time, enjoying that entrance, enjoying his 40,000 people, of course. Matt Riddle was never in a rush to do anything.
I never understood wanting to be barefoot in any kind of a fight, because I would just want to step on his feet the whole time and then find an opening, but no one else has so far.
Educated feet of Riddle. This one sucked, I remember. It was right to the shoulder. Or the elbow.
Uh-oh. Oh, sick knee.
And goodbye.
Get out of here. Oh, he got to do that cool knee.
Everybody's favorite wrestler, King Corbin.
The kid's new, so he didn't really know to watch his back, but I mean, that's like the only thing you're supposed to remember.
Yeah, I mean, drawing a higher number is a huge advantage.
Edge and Corbin. Let's see what happens here. Oh, whirly bird.
Edge's first big foe in 9 years. And I got a little bit of revenge for him. Don't you knock down my buddy like that.
Corbin. Well, I had his back earlier. I helped him out in the ring. He's too nice of a guy that he can't win.
This is huge right here too. There's obviously history with Edge and Orton, Team RKO, and for my money, Randy is the best in-ring competitor right now. One of the best of all times. But this guy, I mean, he's so good. Randy's so good he doesn't even understand how good he is himself, and that's saying something, because he obviously knows how good he is.
RKO's all around for everybody. Uh-oh.
You come in there 100%. Just take advantage of everybody that's weakened, and if you can form alliances, like Randy's 100%, he's seen an opportunity to get back together with Edge, or rated RKO.
A little callback to rated RKO, and having this moment here. It's a huge moment. Randy being Randy, of course.
Let's see. It's wrestling, so you never know if people are really on the same page. It's usually some kind of a stab in the back.
Roman, think about it too. I mean, not only are these potentially dream matches, think about Edge with a guy like Roman Reigns at some point in a singles match. Edge and Ricochet, Edge and Seth Rollins. These are all matches that fans never thought that they would have a chance to see. But you also have to look at it from the competitor standpoint. Like a guy like Roman, a guy like Seth, a guy like Ricochet. That's a dream match for them too. They never thought they'd have a chance to step in the ring with Edge at some point, maybe in a one-on-one setting. And you're just getting a little taste of it here in the Rumble.
Oh, no, another spear! How can I take so much punishment? God, I'm so much stronger than everybody else. And it was a good run.
Probably my biggest rival since I returned to WWE at that point. Roman and I had tangled at WrestleMania 35, all across the world, non-televised, as part of the Shield reunion.
It's that big sniff of courage, so I call it. Anytime, Kevin, it's a little bit of a tell. If you want to know Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens about to get into something, he always goes for the sniff of courage,
Yeah, there's Kevin Owens. I mean, another, Canadian guy. And you think about too, with a lot of Canadian guys, there's some camaraderie there too as well. There's, I know from my generation, and then this, guys like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they look at guys like Edge and I, and the way that we looked at, Bret Hart. If these guys can get there, maybe there's a possibility that I can get there too. And then, again, like I said, it's got to be a surreal moment for a guy like Kevin to get in there and look across the ring and see Edge.
Stunner! Oh, there's Randy. He's not screwing around. Never is. He even moves slick when he's behind somebody.
Oh, sneaky vipers. Almost, though,
Owens has had enough. He's getting rid of Edge. I mean, winning the Rumble's big, but getting Edge out of there, that'd be a wild thing to have in your career.
It's a young man's game. And, he's looking across at a bunch of sharks here that would like to have just a little bit of the career that he has and achieve, maybe a fraction of the things that he's achieved, that he's achieved that much, more titles than any superstar in the history of the WWE. So, these guys smell blood.
See, if I was Aleister Black, I would have went for one of the downed superstars. Kevin's over there. He's busy beating on somebody. No need to deal with him yet.
Last time Riddle threw some knees, he got sent out to the floor. So let's see what happens here. Big true headbutt. Oh, it's never good. Oh, he beat him with a punch.
Damn it. That hurt. Yeah, that one roped me a little bit.
Hustling in. I don't agree with that. But.
Now notice the joy and adulation that washes over the crowd. What can you say? That's what you do with the striker, Turtle up a little bit, let him throw his best shots, and put him down. He's ready to go. He's out there trying to throw all his best stuff at you.
Getting down to the nitty gritty here.
Seth Rollins is great. He really is, and he's really come into his own. With the Monday Night Messiah, he's really tapped into something there, in my opinion.
Seth with the smartest entrance in a Royal Rumble right here, walking to the ring. Save it.
Yeah, they didn't want to get into it, which is obvious. Giving up the tactical advantage there of being rushing in. So you gotta take the initiative. You don't wait for a fight, you go find it.
Bad move here. So KO and Joe leave the ring with nobody hitting them to go find 5 people hitting them. What a bad move.
So Seth's as fresh as a daisy. He's got a small army with him.
By the way, everybody else during this was of no help. Y'all sitting around nursing the wounds we put on you. Least you can do is get out here and get in the fray.
If I've got any sense, I'll just stay out of the way. Try and recover from everything that's happened to me so far.
Oh, taking everybody out.
Oh, and it's a stomp now. Okay.
Let's see what's happening. Oh, he got him. Stomping everybody. Get him the hell out of there, man. It's a catch with the stomp. You bury him into the ground. You got to lift a sack of potatoes and dump him out of the friggin' ring.
See what happens. See, y'all didn't help me earlier. Now Seth over here passing out stomps. This all could have been avoided. If y'all would have just gathered under the banner of me and just did what I said. We could have got rid of these guys soon and then got back to a totally fair competition that I would have not cheated in.
When you have an entourage, there's always one jerk. It's the guy with the entourage. Here we go.
And there are technically no rules for the Royal Rumble, so maybe Seth's got the right idea.
I think he's on another level when it comes to being in the ring. He's one of the few guys that can go out there and have an outstanding match with literally anybody on the roster. And yeah, man, he's just sky's the limit for him, and he's still going. Like, he's still learning and still getting better, and that's kind of a scary thing because he's already so talented and already accomplished so much. But yeah, I mean, this is a guy that loves the business too. Like, he loves the WWE, and he wants to be the guy. And you can see it in his eyes, and you can hear it in his voice when you talk to him. When he sees a guy like Edge coming back, he sees potential to raise his stock even more and help him get to the place where he wants to go and kind of hit that legendary status at some point.
Y'all know what it is.
Joe's out. We're down to the end here.
And here we have Seth in the ring, looking confused, not an uncommon sight.
Nobody looks happy, and his entourage has left the building.
He gave me the stomp. He's got a little bit on everybody with his boys. We're gonna take a moment to form a little 4 horsemen and take him out.
Rollins is here stuck in the middle, maybe trying to look to his old partner there for a Shield partner for helping hand.
Oh, come on, pound it out, bro. Pound it out, dog. Everything's cool.
Ah, he faked him.
That was good, a little sucker job. Got him.
Everybody's gonna get their licks in here because they're sick of his stuff. Whoosh. But does any of this put him out of the ring? That's the key. This Claymore's gonna bury him in the ground, but then someone's gonna have to pick him up.
Oh, there goes Seth. You hate to see it happen. Oh yes, and now the battle of the brooding looks.
You got all these guys that have been, working their way up, and you have Edge who just came back, and he's the kind of the feel-good story of this Rumble.
Wow, look at everybody in here. Guys that have main evented WrestleMania, has been part of such huge matches in history, bona fide stars. And I'm looking to make my name in this match and put myself in the same bracket as all these men, former world champions, and have been the absolute pinnacle of this industry. I've been around a long time, but I'm still clawing and trying to break through that glass ceiling.
Comes out of nowhere, man. That's what's on the t-shirt.
I think one of the biggest things to survive in a Royal Rumble is how much punishment you can take.
But you see here they're on the same page as far as, again, going back to rated RKO. And, kind of making a little pact there to get it down to them two and then finding out who's the better man from there. But I have a feeling that's not always the way it works out, right?
I mean, it takes a lot of friendship to coordinate something like that,
Let's check the count. Super kick, calf crusher, a spear earlier from Edge, a stomp from Seth, a black mass, a RKO, another spear from Edge, and a double RKO. Did I miss anything? Did I repeat anything? A lot of finishing moves I've taken at this point, so it's certainly how much can you absorb punishment-wise is a huge factor in surviving the Royal Rumble.
Randy makes a great point. Only one of us can win. But I say get rid of everybody else first. That's how all these should go. Any temporary alliance, get rid of everybody else. Play the odds like a Powerball. No way. Oh, no.
Yeah, that was the move.
Edge had a lot more time to think about this night than anybody else.
I don't think he regrets that move at all, to be honest with you. He's the ultimate opportunist for a reason, right? Deep down, everybody wants to win, and there can only be one winner of the Royal Rumble. Rated RKO can't win that as a team, so I think Randy would have done the same thing. And you just saw Roman say it's my time, which is kind of letting Edge know, I guess, kind of what he told the Undertaker too. It's his yard now, right? So, but then kind of the spear versus spear. Edge kind of made it famous, along with Goldberg too.
So close, so close.
But he went over the top. If he kicks him off or spears him off here, it counts.
And here you get a little drama, with Roman being so close to elimination. These are the big kind of nail-biter moments. Has everybody hanging on the edge of their seat.
See, I like that little half-acre haul by Roman there. That's a good technique. You don't see much good techniques from the apron.
And out here, no matter what, it's weird because you don't have anything to give one way, and you got to hang on, and you got to have your best punches, and you got to put all your might into popping that pivot foot, and it's really hard to do it. And he's out! No!
And the feel-good story's over.
Roman saw where he was pivoting and putting all his weight and just popped the hand right off.
After 9 years, Edge finally returns. He's eliminated. So I'm going to try and take advantage of the situation, but it's not the first time Roman has been in a high-pressure environment.
Your final two.
My time to finally show that I belong at the very top with the guy that's been at the very top for multiple years. Whoa, that Claymore caught him flush in the face.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre!
It's crazy to hear them not even a minute prior booing for Edge's elimination to cheering so wildly and loud. I legit can't believe it. I didn't believe it was going to happen until it actually happened.
Drew just won the Royal Rumble, taking the first step of becoming a made man, a legit main eventer.
Drew McIntyre did not deserve to win the Royal Rumble. He earned the right to win the Royal Rumble. No one gave it to him. He took it.
I'd like to think that Drew won mostly because of that year with me where I showed him everything to do. I go, don't get beat up, be stronger than everybody else, and then make sure you win the Rumbles. I feel like it's like we both won.
I was more than genuinely happy. I cannot believe it. Like, I never had a world title shot in my long career, and the majority of my career has been spent in WWE, growing up in WWE, and it felt like I was just never going to get an opportunity at the title, and I had to do something huge, something significant. Royal Rumble presented me that opportunity, starting right from the moment I came out. Brock Lesnar elimination. Thank you, Ricochet, for the assist. Give me that confidence that I can do this thing, and this is literally my childhood dream, and as an adult, something that seemed possible seemed completely impossible, and after Royal Rumble, I made it possible. Well, that was the Royal Rumble 2020. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I certainly did. Make sure you check it out on the WWE Network, and make sure you check out Royal Rumble 2021.